Who the hell do you think I am not finishing this anime? Look, I'm sorry, but I had to say that phrase, man. That phrase is just so catchy. Anytime Simone say it or any other characters, it just stuck with me, man. There's so many cool phrases that this series had, and I know I'm a little late to the party, like probably a decade late, honestly, but I'm finally glad that I watched this anime. I actually ended up binging it over the past couple of days. I'm not gonna lie, it's really, really, really good. Now I'm not gonna spend too much time like necessarily on the plot and what everything happens. I'm just gonna kind of just give overall my thoughts, what I liked about the show, and then some things that I kind of wish I saw just a little bit. But overall, though, I am very happy and I'm very glad that I saw this anime because, dude, it's so fucking good. Like, I'm not even a mecha guy. Like, I haven't really seen a lot of mecha animes besides 86, and I'm trying to think of another one. If not, maybe that's the only mecha anime that I've seen. Darling in the Franks. I don't know if that's considered like a little bit of mecha or not, but those are the only two that I can name on top of my head. But yeah, dude, I've seen like a lot of like little small clips of his anime like over the past couple years and stuff. But like, dude, now that I finished watching it, I'm like, holy shit! Like now I finally understand why so many people consider it like in their top 20 or top 10 or even their like the number one favorite anime that they've ever watched. Cause, dude, it has a little bit of everything and like and it's just so good. And not just that, like y'all know how much I love my animation when it comes to animes. And when it comes to animation for this anime specifically, it is so fucking good. There's so many cuts, so many Sakuga Fest moments. Like, oh, it's just so good, man. Like, I feel so bad watching this now and not watching it many years ago. But like I said, I regret it, but dude, it's so fucking good. If y'all probably wondering what the thesis or like what the synopsis is, if I could sum it up, pretty much you're introduced to like two teenager boys, Simone, which is the younger bro, and then you're introduced to Kamina, which is the older bro, and pretty much they live underground and they pretty much want to go to the surface and explore more because there's a lot more out there in the world, and that's pretty much that's like how it starts, and then from there we just go on a crazy adventure. And dude, the fact that we go from like battling like robots just like on Earth and shit like that to at the very end we're fighting pretty much god beings and the god of the universe, like it's insane how it goes to like just that from planetary level. Like, it is insane. Like, and I don't really care much about power scaling or anything like that, but it is crazy how we go from that to that. Like, it's super crazy. But also too, I want to say this, I will only be talking about the anime specifically. I haven't seen the movies, so I'm not too sure if those are worth checking out or not. I know that at the time when this dropped, it was pretty much like an anime original. Like, there was no manga, no light novels or anything. I feel like from my research, all that came out once the anime was done. But yeah, I wish I watched this when this like aired and stuff, because I really wanted to see people's reaction at the time. Obviously, anime at the time, at least for like the fandom wise and everything, it wasn't as big as it is today. But dude, like, this is one of those like gems that like I understand why people highly praise it about it, and it's just so good all around. My favorite character at the start, I really thought Kamina was the main character, but once he died and we shifted to Simone being the main character, like, dude, I fell in love with Kamina. I'll be honest, like, I really like what he stood for and stuff like that. Even though I know deep down he was scary, and even he admitted it too that he was scared, but he like the whole theme of the story and what he represented, it all carried like when we got past the time skip or whatnot. And I just love his bravado. He riled everybody up. He just had that like it factor when it came to like getting everybody together and believing in themselves. Even if you don't believe in yourself, I believe in you. Like, that just that whole dynamic, it was just so fucking cool, man. I love them. But when he died, I'm not gonna lie, it did stuck me a little bit, because I'm like, fuck, I don't know if I should keep watching or not. Because Simone, pre-time skip, I liked them, don't get me wrong, but obviously we needed a little bit more of them and stuff like that. But once we got that like time skip, that 7-year time skip, dude, oh my god, like, they did wonders with his character. I love his character development, like, throughout the whole entire story. It was so good. He has so much development. Not just him, bro. there were so many side characters, especially Team lagann, I believe that's what the name is. Dude, a lot of those characters just have so many cool like moments and stuff like that. Everybody has their own different personality. You can distinguish by them. One of my favorite characters was Yonko, and then when we got to the time skip, she became a teacher. Like, there's just so many cool characters. Keaton, dude, oh my god, I love him. I remember ever because and especially like when we get to the final arc, man. Before I even get there, bro, a lot of the fight scenes in this anime are insane. Like I said, it involves a lot of mecha and stuff like that, but it's so cool how everything is done. The music and animation is just stupid hard. And one episode that I already know on top of my head that I'm always gonna remember, and I love watching clips of it. I think it's episode 11, where you see Simon, because obviously once his big bro died, he kind of fell in like this despair. Because everybody obviously deals with grief differently, and he was kind of going through it, like missing his big bro because he doesn't really know what to do. He kind of lost himself, and that episode 11 when Nia came around, and obviously, by the way, I love Nia as a character. She was a really nice character, really added a lot. I feel like she was like a big impact as well as Kamina, like in the second half. Like, she really did so much to the team and stuff like that. She brought a lot of energy, hope to people and stuff. But yeah, she really motivated Simone, and then Simone pretty much at that point accepted, like, I'm not my big bro, I'm me. And he just like, he carried those ideals that Kamina had and just really stuck with them, or even way more than what Kamina did. Because, dude, that episode 11 where he's like, I'm Simone the driller, like, and then the animation, the music plays in the background, oh my god, I'm like, yeah, this is fucking peak. And then when we get to that time skip, now we have a whole city and everything, like things evolved and whatnot. I know a lot of people did not like this character, Risao. It starts with R, but a lot of people didn't really like him. But I could understand why people didn't like him, because initially when I was watching him, he obviously went through a lot, especially when he was a kid and stuff like that, kind of raised underground by like the priests and whatnot, believing in a god in a sense. But out of everybody, I felt like he was the most logical one, and I totally understand his character because I know some people don't like him because he locked up Simone and stuff like that. Like, I totally understand that and I totally get it, but I did feel like he served his purpose to the story and stuff like that, if I'm being honest. I feel like he gets a lot of hate, to be honest, but I totally understand why. But at the same time, it's like, because out of Kamina and like the whole entire group, I feel like he was the more who made the most logical sense. Because y'all know Kamina, Simon, and other characters, they kind of just go for it. Like, even though they do think of like certain consequences, they don't really. They just kind of just do it. They just have that if factor. But with him, he's a little bit more methodical, trying to think things out a little bit more. And he went through like this whole arc and that whole like because he felt like he let everybody down, and he felt like he betrayed Simone, so he wanted to end up like killing himself. And then you get a nice callback to where Kamina hit Simone, and then pretty much Simone hits him, and he's like, hey, what are you doing? Snap out of it, like, we need you and stuff like that. Like, I get it, I'm not mad at you, whatnot. Like, it really shows to how much Simone as a character has grown. Like, those ideals that Kamina taught him still stuck with them, and he's such a good leader. Like that's crazy. Like, I'm telling you, he kind of reminds me a little bit of Deku, but like, it's just something about him. Like, I thought Kamina was gonna be my favorite character, but at the end of the series, it was Simone by far, and I just love that callback, and I just like overall. And one character that I really surprised me and I really got attached to was Keaton, because, dude, he was always kind of in the shadows of Kamina, because after Kamina passed away, he wanted to like, kind of rile everybody up, but he knew, like, he just didn't have that if factor. Like, he just didn't have that. He was about action, don't get me wrong. He cared about others, he cared about his sisters and whatnot. Like, he was a good loyal member to the crew and everything, but he just didn't have that if factor, and he felt like, damn, like, I understood. He understood what Kamina meant and what he did, but he knew deep down he didn't have that. So at the very end of the arc, when he sacrifices himself, and which, by the way, when he kills Yako, I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I mean, I wasn't mad at it. I was just shocked. And then he pretty much ends up sacrificing himself. Dude, I gotta give him respect, because he was trying to give a speech, but he was like, you know what, man, fuck that. That's not me. This is who I am. And he lets his actions speak for himself. And he went out like a fucking warrior. Not just that, bro. He, I think, used one of the drills or whatnot, the spiral drills, and he managed to like stop it. Like, dude, you gotta give him respect. He went out like a warrior, and oh my god. And see, that's one thing I like about the final arc as well, is that a lot of characters died because it showed that there was so much at stake. Because I hate it when shonen stories, you have like a big final war or something, and then most of the characters survive, if not all of them survive, and there's hardly really any injuries when there was so much at stake. But in this instance, there was a lot at stake, and honestly, I was kind of surprised that this story had like a lot of stake, because at the beginning of the series it kind of felt kind of goofy a little bit, but then it got serious as the episodes went on, and then it just got even insane. Like I said, that final war arc where like we went in space, I'm like, holy fuck. And then every time the fucking gurren lagann transformed, I'm like, wow. And I think it's really cool too, like how the gurren lagann, like it all depends on your spirit. So if you have a lot of willpower, the gurren, like the mechas and stuff like that, are gonna respond to you and stuff. I thought it was really cool. Another villain that I really liked, and I'm glad he kind of went on our good side, was Viral. I never would have thought that dude would have been so good between Simon and him. Like he had a whole like 360, and then I remember there was a scene in the anime where like there was like this dream sequence where like, because obviously the Beastman can't have kids or anything like that, but like there was a scene where like he was having like a kid and his wife and stuff before he had to go back into the fight. But I thought that whole entire scene was like, damn, like I bet you that's the life you really wanted, huh? But like obviously he can't have kids because he's immortal. But like, oh, just one of those things. Like, oh, this series just have so many moments. Like I said, I'm probably missing a lot of moments. Forgive me, but like I said, I kind of just finished watching it, just kind of wanted to give my thoughts overall and stuff like that. There's really no like constructive thing, because normally when I do these videos, when it comes to like I just watched the anime for the first time, I just kind of go based off the dome of what I just saw and what I remembered. And then the ending, listen man, the ending was a bittersweet ending, because Nia ends up dying, because obviously when they killed the anti-spiral dude or whatever, like the god, she was created by him, so she obviously had to win. But like that ending, dude, I just felt bad for Simone, man, because I'm like, damn. Even though I was happy that she finally ended up marrying him and stuff like that, at the same time, she ended up passing away, and then Simone's like, I'll never forget you and stuff. But I mean, at the end of the day, their whole mission was to protect Earth and to bring her back, even if it was for a short time. And he already knew that deep down, but like, it's just one of those things, like such a bittersweet ending. And then he leaves to go on his own journey, because that whole entire government shit is not really for him. Like, and I totally understand that. Like that's not who Simone is. He's about drilling holes and going on adventures and stuff like that, like out on the front lines. Like that's who he is and stuff like that. And honestly, my only complaint about this anime, and I wish like at the very end, because you see everybody like in the times, like another, I think it was like a 20-year time skip. You see everybody kind of grow up and stuff like that. A lot of them are older. You see Simone. I wish we got a little bit more interactions like at that time. Even though it wasn't that long, but I mean that's like literally my only minor nitpick. But overall, with the series, dude, I fucking loved it. I loved the main antagonist. He was so cool. It was like this god being. Like it's fucking sick how the anime did him. Another shout out I want to give to, what was his name, Lord Chinomo or whatever his name is. Initially I thought he was gonna be like the main villain, but once they defeated him like in the halfway before the time skip, he actually ended up like kind of turning on the good side and whatnot. Like his whole deal, like, and it was really cool, because he fought the anti king or anti spiral god or whatever, but he ended up failing. He was kind of like Simone, but he obviously failed and stuff like that. I don't know, it's really cool. Like I said, like the parallels a little bit between him and Simone. Yeah, it was so fucking nice. But overall though, I love the anime with a passion. The music was great, the animation was stupid hard, so many characters, and I stayed for the character. But not just that though, the plot is so fucking good. Like I said, it starts off at like something kind of small, then it just goes into like this huge fucking ordeal in space and shit. Like it's so well done for how many amount of episodes that they had. Like they did such a good job. But yeah, just kind of wanted to show some love on Gurren Lagann. Like I said, I just finished watching it, so these are just like my thoughts overall and stuff like that. I know I probably missed some small key points here and there of like certain characters and whatnot, but man, shout out to the whole team, shout out to everybody. Like I said, I know I'm late, but let me know what y'all think. Have y'all seen this anime, or if not, hopefully if you watch this video, hopefully you at least watch the anime, because if not, you pretty much been spoiled with like certain things, or major things actually. But hey, it is what it is. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. I appreciate all of the support. Keep supporting my channel. I appreciate all of the support. Share the video with y'all's friends or something. Like I said, greatly appreciate it. And yeah.